Hello cats and kittens, MamaCat Gamer here. We are doing the 7.4 patch today with Tirius, who is my main. Gavtia can't reach Dawn Trail stuff yet because it's still in Shadowbringers. And so we're going to tackle that. We tackled the first 3 of the normal raids last night, the heavyweight tier. Oh, those were a lot of fun. The boss monster for the final tier looks like a beast to kill. So we're going to do that one a little later. It got really late last night. And, you know how it can be sometimes. You gotta sleep sometime. All right. Trying to make sure we're all good here, sound-wise. Okay. I try and keep an eye on my chat, but sometimes I get some of these sticky notes out of the way. Sometimes I don't see it right away, but I try and keep an eye on it. I believe we start the MSQ in Tulio Law, which is where I'm at. Or no. It's in Solution 9. That's right. Let's return to Solution 9. There we go. Icon. We have to go to the resolution Ethernet shard. The cutscenes for the normal raids were fun. So, had some surprises for us there. Alright, as always, I love to get the optional dialogue with these characters. So let's see what Y'shtola has to say. Calyx demonstrated knowledge of both primal summoning and concepts. Discovering such techniques through independent study would be nigh on impossible, so we must assume he had a mentor. But how are we to learn the identity of this beneficent teacher? Hopefully some hint is to be found amongst the remnants of Preservation's works. Beneficent teacher? I don't think so. Kryl says, it is time we begin a thorough investigation into the key and its capabilities. I have a feeling we'll be calling on your help in that endeavor ere all is said and done. Kryl has the little key on her earring, if you remember. On a personal note, I should also like to learn more of the Malala. The lore of the Forgotten People will be indispensable in furthering my research. Alize says, the Alexandrians adopted our techniques so quickly that they no longer need our supervision to treat the enthralled. You'd be surprised at how many Porksy practitioners we've trained now. Angelo, too, has been looking rather proud of his efforts. This little flying piglet. I wonder what Otis and Zelenia would think of my becoming the Queen of Alexandria as it is now. Doubtless they would be pleased yet, knowing them also beset by worry. As their memory lives on inside me, so shall I strive to rule as if they advised me still, with a calm heart and a mind open to counsel. Graha? We've compiled a summary of events and submitted our report to Ojika. As representatives of the students of Baldessian, our thoughts and findings will also be shared with the forum. In less official matters, I'm glad to see Kryl find a satisfying end to her personal journey, though it appears her appetite for asking questions has only been sharpened. Alright, where's Alfino? With the winds. Alfino has something he wishes to tell you. Somebody just said something funny in guild chat that I can't repeat. Let's enjoy our cutscene.
Every day, more and more people regain their memories of their lost loved ones. No longer will beings like Calix be able to manipulate their fear and ignorance as he once did. That being the case, Alize and I have come to a decision.
We will depart Tiral in the coming days. Other nations must be informed about Alexandria, a necessary step to ensure lasting peace. Then, we shall return to Garlemald. Our experiences here should serve us well in the ongoing restoration efforts.
However, one pressing matter remains. Calix's summoning ritual was tied to a concept of his own creation. Ascian involvement is assured, but we have yet to ascertain the extent of their influence on the Ninth.
I have done what I can to treat the enthralled, and those still afflicted with Levin sickness. I may now devote my undivided attention to an investigation.
Then we shall leave this one in your capable hands. Do let us know if you turn anything up.
It's Erenville. My time in Tiral is at an end, and so I'm headed to the harbor now.
It's like everybody's leaving us.
We'll meet again. Of that I'm certain. Until then, I wish you safe travels.
You could say, promise you'll look after yourself, or you could have let me know in time to see you off.
And pull you away from more important business. Perish the thought. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought you'd like to know. I've detained the fugitive. He promises to tell us before he sets sail, only to try and sneak aboard his boat with nary a hug goodbye. Cold bastard. But there's still time before they weigh anchor.
That boy. We should make for the harbor ere he wriggles free of Lamachi's grasp.
If we're heading the same way, we might join him on the ship. Good company is always welcome on a long voyage, is it not?
What? Now? I haven't finished packing.
Knowing you, the essentials are already accounted for.
Oh. Fine, if we must. But you're helping pack the rest. And I hope you've decided on a souvenir for Eunice.
I have several ideas as it happens.
Ever aligned in purpose, if not execution.
True that. Very true that.
Lest you wonder, Kryl and I intend to remain here with Y'shtola.
To continue our study of the key, naturally. By all accounts, Preservation's facility promises to yield some answers.
Shale has been conducting a more thorough examination. She may have insights to share. Then why not invite her along to see everyone off? Surely she'd want to be there too.
Hello? Is it me or did Grahatia sound different? Because that definitely sounded different. Alright. Speak with Shale in the back room, it says. Wait, did I miss something? Did I miss the door? Yes, I missed the door. Went the wrong way. Tassos, you heading into the back room? Yep. Crassus, eager as ever our Elfino, I do hope he has thought this through, particularly where his sister's wrath is concerned. She may know full well that no amount of complaint will dissuade him, but that doesn't mean she still won't give him an earful, for sure. Yashil says, I am told that Shale is the new leader of Oblivion. There is none better suited to carry on Kakiwa and Geode's legacy. Sphinx says, it comforts me to know that some of you will be staying. I would feel rather bereft should you all go at once. Graha says, feels like an age since we last met here. Yeah. At least several months. Shale says, what news, Tirius? Can't imagine you brought an entourage along to simply say hello. That eager to be on their way, are they? I'll join you. I owe them thanks on behalf of Oblivion, after all. Y'shtola says, and there I thought you would protest against being parted from your work. Shale says, well, I am curious to see what emerges once every piece of the puzzle's in place. The majority of the files we've unearthed are encrypted. There's little else I can do until the computer's finished with them. Besides, unlike our friends, Containment Complex 1029 isn't going anywhere. Shale says, in other words, we won't be getting any answers tonight? Shale says, afraid not. It's going to be a while yet. Sphinx says, then shall we depart for Tuliolal forthwith? Even Lamati's strength has its limits. Raha says, without further delay then. Speak with Aaronville at High Tide Harbor. Marketplace, probably the fastest way to go. Alright, let's see what our friends have to say here. Ukulamat says, Kona and Guluja weren't able to make it, but both send their regards. I really like Kona a lot, so I wouldn't mind seeing more of him. Sphinx says, Tuliolal is a delight to look upon. They hang patterned cloth where we might use neon, but the city feels no less bright. That's true. It is pretty bright. She says, wish we had some of the sea breeze inside the dome. We could perhaps simulate it, but there's no substitute for the real thing. Yashola says, despite her protestations, I doubt Alize will keep us waiting long. Kraus says, Raha seems preoccupied with a matter of great import. Perhaps he is contemplating a prayer to Limland for their safe passage. Graha says, what sort of tacos should I get on the way back, do you think? The aroma is too tantalizing to ignore. Glad I talked to Kryl first. I wish you all would not make such a fuss. I am not fond of emotional partings. At least Alphino and Alize were considerate enough to inform me of their plans in advance by link pearl. Some people we know would have burst out of a crate mid-voyage. In any event, I shall wait here until they finish their preparations. You have anything else to say? It would be pleasant to have some company for the journey back. Alright, I've come to a destination here.
There they are.
You look well. No lingering effects, then?
Ah, I'm hale as ever. And busy with work.
I imagine there's no shortage of affairs to put in order. Are Kona and Galulja faring well?
Kona is off to survey our nation and its peoples. He wants to consult with local representatives and hear their thoughts on our policies. And Galulja's really taken to his training. I feel like he's been spending more time with the Landsguard than me lately.
Standing here, I cannot help but remember the day of our arrival in Tuliolal. The rite of succession feels so long ago.
We knew not of what would happen between my father and Zorolja, nor of Alexandria and its queen. It was to aid a naive claimant that you came to Tural. But you've done so much more for me. For the entire nation of Tuliolal. We owe you a greater debt than we can ever repay. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Whenever you need an ally, we'll stand with you.
Allow me to echo that sentiment. Not only were you kind to me when I awakened a stranger in my own land, you extended your grace to Alexandria again and again. And on behalf of myself and my people, thank you for curing the ailment that for centuries tormented us.
I'll look forward to our next visit. I'm sure we'll have exciting stories to share with one another.
Ever since I introduced you to Wuklamat, you've faced no end of hardships. Many of them her fault.
You're right. Tirius says, I don't want to say yes, but yes.
Yet I feel no remorse, only gratitude. For without your aid, I would not have had the chance to say goodbye. Nor vowed to explore every corner of the world. To see what we haven't seen. Shall we?
Ever the gleaner he is.
Rest assured, upon arriving, we shall make it a priority to visit Tataru and assuage her myriad fears.
I expect the sight of you two will be a balm for her worry-laden heart.
Safe journey. And remember to enjoy it.
Give my regards to Oblivion. And thank you for all you did for my mother.
Come back soon!
Take care!
That was a proper send-off. Now, time to get back to it.
Duty ever calls for she who loves her realm.
Right. Though, if you need a break, you're always welcome to visit Tulihiola. I'll give you the grand tour. I guess they're really over. Your adventures in Tural. I'll remember our time together for the rest of my days.
Oh.
Aha! Power resolve spotted!
The Lance Guard is looking for you. It's sparring time.
Oh, good thing you're here then. Can't miss that.
So let's go already! Everyone's waiting to see the Power resolve in action!
Sorry, I have to go. Till next time.
And thus do they take to the winds.
To follow their own paths and their hearts, as they should.
I wonder where we're going next. Into the mist. It wouldn't surprise me. Plus he's been playing the character how long, and voices change over the course of years. But it definitely sounds different. Shale says, I'm glad I got the chance to see him off. Kakia would would be glad too. Stola says, for our many meetings and partings, we have few enough opportunities to properly say our farewells. 'Twas pleasant to take time for it. Sabine says, with Alize and Alfino spreading word of Alexandria, we shall soon have the chance to establish relations with other nations. I must make ready to treat with their leaders. Raha says, though I delight in companionship, solo journeys too have their appeal, and travel by sea is relaxing. Now it is our turn to take the next step. The question is in what direction, and that is a matter I should like to discuss with you. The other thing that might have happened, it's possible that he had actually vocal cord surgery at some point. That would affect how he sounds. Do these guys have anything else to say? No. Cryle has a proposal to make. If I may, I think it prudent to discuss our future plans elsewhere. We are liable to hinder the dock workers here if we linger. Perhaps the beach would be a more appropriate venue. Let's go!
Tis truly a beautiful place to roam.
An endless ocean and ever-changing sky. First time I saw them, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like I was walking among images from our oldest records. And beyond that horizon are more lands and more people. That one I still struggle to imagine.
We ourselves hail from beyond that horizon, in fact. Rather, most of us do. I merely thought I did. Oh, that's right. I can only imagine how it must have felt to learn you're a native of our world. The fact that I wasn't born in the land where I've spent most of my life has taken time to sink in. 'Twas not until I met my parents in living memory that the truth of my origin began to feel real. Your experience is not unlike mine. When first I awoke, the realm everyone spoke of sounded nothing like my own. I had to walk its streets, live and breathe it, before I could accept and embrace my new reality. And for me to embrace mine, I need to learn more about my people, the Milala. We should come upon more information in the course of studying the key, but as Shale's investigation of the containment complex is still ongoing, would you mind if we sought a different avenue of inquiry into the history of the Ninth?
I have no objection. What we learn will deepen our understanding of the broader picture.
Agreed. My curiosity extends well beyond our duty to assess Ascian influence.
If it is knowledge of the Ninth's past you seek, I have an idea where to begin. Alexandria was originally part of a landmass known as the Mist Continent. This continent had been left in ruins in the wake of the storm surge, with Alexandria the sole nation to survive the devastation. The calamity of lightning that ravaged the world.
Aye. Per the sources we recovered from the Underkeep, though the conflict between nations was destructive in its own right, it was Levin that dealt the final blow.
No place was spared its fury, and all was chaos in the castle town. We tried to evacuate the people in airships, Otis, the knights and I, but we couldn't save everyone. Those who survived gathered within the barrier, and we took in as many foreign refugees as we could. Yet, despite the dangerous environment, our system showed that there were some few souls who ventured outside the barrier, into the lands beyond.
Beyond? But we thought that was impossible. I was under the impression the star was scoured of life, that man could not survive outside the barrier.
Going by the records, the storm surge extended to every corner of the world. Nothing and nowhere was spared. If anyone did survive out there, it would have been an unimaginable trial.
And yet, those people must have been going somewhere. What if there was a refuge? A place that weathered the storm surge and rebuilt over the intervening 4 centuries?
Given Alexandria's displacement to the source, we had neither cause nor opportunity to survey the remainder of the continent.
Living memory remains physically in the 9th. If we seek a means of egress, other than the portal connecting it to Alexandria, perhaps it might lead us to the Mist Continent.
Living memory was not transported here despite being a top Everkeep. In which case, it may have been a physically independent space all along.
Meaning, another point of egress could well exist.
And if it does, someone has to be maintaining it. The mechanical soldiers, for instance.
Shall we have a chat with them and see what they know?
If it please your majesty. Will you accompany us? If we do land upon the Mist Continent, I would feel much more assured with you at our side.
I wouldn't miss it for 2 worlds. I would hate to see you obliterated by some lightning beast or anything for you. Just say the word. I wouldn't miss it for 2 worlds.
I thought as much. Into the great unknown we go, then.
Well, it'll take me a little while to get used to a lower-pitched Grahatia, but, you know, it's okay. Things change. Things change. That's the way it goes. The mechanical soldiers won't hesitate to answer their queen. Let us hope they have useful information. Graha says, once conditions deteriorate past a certain point, an environment becomes anathema to life, yet man is a resilient creature. If there is a way to survive, then he will surely find it. True that, true that. Y'shtola, outside of Alexandria, our knowledge of the 9th is limited to the storm surge and passing mentions of Lindblum. That being the case, a foray across the Mist Continent would be an invaluable opportunity for discovery. Kryl says, between the Asians, the Key, and the Malala, there's much to be learned. Surely we can turn up a clue to one mystery or another. Oh, I'm sure we'll have plenty of clues and mysteries. Shields says, now that's settled. I'd best be off. I still need to check the decryption errors periodically so I can only step away for so long. With luck, I'll have plenty to share the next time we meet. Until then... Krause says, let the rest of us make ready for the potential foray and meet at Leno... Nemo. Leno Nemo. I know it's the short version of mnemonics. Speak with Sphene at Leno Nemo. Or Nemo. I don't know. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Let's just go over there. Clerk PX0093. Welcome to Living Memory, ally to Her Majesty. How may I help you? Yustola says, the atmosphere is certainly less grim than when last I visited. That's true. It looks really pretty. I don't know if you've had a chance to go back after finishing it, but it's much more lit up. And the carnival area certainly is very colorful. It's a lot of fun. Graha says, Sphene has found us a suitable source of information, sparing you that duty for once. Sphene says, this clerk has made itself available to answer our questions. Clerk PX0093, if one wished to descend to the surface from here, how would they typically do so? Living Memory is currently detached from Everkeep and is operating independently while supported by its aerial suspension systems. Thus, both lift and lay node-based transit is currently unavailable. I apologize for the inconvenience. Graha says, despite its ability to remain aloft, perhaps Living Memory has never... or was never intended to function in this state indefinitely. If so, we're out of luck. Y'shtola says, not necessarily. Lifts and lay nodes were likely the preferred modes of transportation, but that does not preclude the existence of others. In the event of an emergency, how would we evacuate this facility? Consulting emergency systems. Living Memory's airship remains prepared to deploy should evacuation be necessary. Would Your Majesty like to appropriate it? An airship? Says Cryle. Let's go for a ride, man. Sphene says, yes, please, as soon as possible. With Your Majesty's authorization, the vessel can be readied for launch without delay. Allow me a moment to execute the bypass protocols. Graha says, with an airship, a large number of Alexandrians could be evacuated at once, regardless of the situation below. An excellent contingency. Kryle says, it never occurred to me that there might be an airship here. How fortuitous. Like, they showed us an airship. Sphene says, though I am nervous about what we might find below, I'm glad we found the means to get there. As queen, I must bear witness to the truth, however terrible. Y'shtola says, as I thought. Now, what awaits us below, I wonder? Danger, I'm sure. Safety tests have been successfully completed, setting the Gate of Remembrance as initial destination. Vessel is en route. Is that my ship? It was purpose-built for living memory. However, it was modeled after the vessel Your Majesty used during the Storm Surge era. A replica, still. It does me good to see it. I will deploy the gangway for boarding. This way, please. In order to reach the surface, we must bypass through the storm clouds. I advise you to brace for turbulence. Why do none of these ships like ever have seats and seat belts? You would think that might be a something they would think of. What are the odds we're going to crash somewhere? The ward Alize gave me is reacting. Though not to the extent of the 13th, the etheric imbalance here is severe indeed. Graha says, it does serve to impress upon one the marvel of the barrier. The lightning in Heritage found is tame by comparison. Yeah, let's pull out our golf clubs now. This be a great place to golf. A land where Levin reigns. What does the clerk say? If you would like to return to living memory, it will be my pleasure to run the launch protocols. No, I don't want to go back yet. I want to go do some fun stuff. Sven says that crater was once Alexandria. Ishtola says the state of this reflection's ether is more dire than we anticipated. I should be surprised if the Ascians had no hand in the war that wrought this. Yeah, that was my thought. It's like, what Ascian is associated with Levin? Graha says, the warding scale is truly a godsend for those of us without the blessing of light. Remind me to send my profuse thanks to Vritra and the Hanish alchemists once more. A sobering sight, to say the least. But I shan't turn back now that we've come this far. Beyond the mountains, despite the ominous landscape and persistent echoes of thunder, Kral is determined to press on. Kral says, there are no structures, nor any other signs of survivors that I can see. Sven says, I suspect the crater made this area unsuitable for habitation due to the increased risk of flooding. Process, then we should look further afield. In which direction do you think we might find a settlement? If we're at the edge of Alexandrian territory now, the closest city would be Treno, should it survive. As a city-state built on a harbor, it was a nexus of trade, and it remained neutral throughout the war. We Alexandrians always felt fortunate to have it in our neighborhood, so to speak. Ystilla says, not unlike our Radzat Han. Sveen says, ah, yes, Alfino has spoken of Radzat Han before. It's near the South Sea Isles, the Malala homeland, correct? Funnily enough, it was also Treno where the Malala first found a home in our world. Truly? Yes, and though the Malala population elsewhere grew, most continued to feel a strong connection to the city. I'd like to think that some remained there to this day. Clerk PX0093, is this ship capable of taking us to Treno? I shall run a flight simulation for the route to Treno. One moment. Simulation complete. There is a near 100% probability that the ship would suffer catastrophic mechanical failure prior to arrival due to ambient lighting. My apologies. Oh, well, thank you for checking. Raha says, if we cannot fly, then we shall have to walk. Did no one think to bring, like, mounts? Like, you know, I don't know. Little motorcycles? Treno lies beyond the mountains, but there should be routes that spare us having to climb. That cave system, for instance, assuming it hasn't collapsed, let's try there first. We are going to add spelunking to our list of skills. Hold on for a moment. Speak with Sveen. Krau says, the place where my people first arrived, and I shall soon see it in person. Stola says, eager though I am to seek new discoveries, the prospect of walking in circles for days on end does not appeal. We are fortunate to have Sveen. Graha looks pensive there. Of late, I've spent much of my time hunched over reports. A brisk trek across a wasteland shall make it for a refreshing change of pace. Yeah. That's my first thing to do after reading reports all day is go walk across a wasteland. This tunnel appears intact. Though we have no way of knowing what it's like further in. Mind you, stay alert for beasts as well. Given the barren surrounds, they're surely ravenous. New regular duty has been added to the duty finder and duty support. Okay. We're going to do this with party NPCs. Number one, because I don't want to wait. Number two, I don't want to rush. Alright. So it's weird seeing Graha as the tank. It really is. He actually is a pretty good tank. Of course he's a paladin. Bonus mathematics, good. You don't have anything else to say, right? Okay, Sven's our healer. Kryl is our Picto, of course. Petromoles. Mistwake Petromoles. You want to stay out of those line attacks. One thing I noticed last night in normal raids was there were definitely some new battle markers. Got my shroud, but I'm holding on to that. Depending on how big the next mob group is, sometimes I'll use it. And sometimes I'll hold on to it. We usually have like 2 packs of mobs and then the boss, but when I go into a boss battle, I really like to have 2 full enshrouds plus the arcane circle enshroud that you get. That does just, you know, massive damage right off the top. Now I'm just building this other gauge. I didn't need to use that soul slice. I just did it out of habit. Electrope mine. I'm gonna go grab that other pack.
Brace yourself!
You want to get out of that corner?
Hold still.
Here's our first boss. We're gonna see what he does. I see rocks. We're probably gonna have to hide behind these rocks. That eye is some sort of catabolist. Catabopass. Or catabopass? I don't know how to pronounce that. Earthquake. He's casting Earthquake. Oh. We don't want to kill our rocks that we have to hide behind. Line marker. Petra breath. Oh yeah, definitely don't want to be in that. I bet that would freeze us. There we go. Wait, there's like no treasure chest. Okay, this is the correct way to go. That's pretty cool looking. Can't we just take the shortcut? Nope. Oh, I could have taken the shortcut. I don't know why it put us back at the entrance, unless we didn't kill it in time. Shattered layer is no longer sealed. That was weird. Usually they don't put you back at the beginning when you kill a boss. That's why I was confused. Oh, what's up here? Can we just jump off? Nope. Just like a little airplane there. Or... Oh no, we can slide down. That's kind of cool. Alright, that's fun. This looks like a scaled down L'Arc de Triomphe or something. Great, we're gonna get dive bombed by lightning strikes now too. This looks rather cemetery-ish. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright. Sorry about that. Amdusius. Looks like a flying creature. Alright. Let's go for it. Okay, I think we want to stay out of the walls. I got a feeling we're gonna get hit, yeah. I chose poorly. I think I found the one safe spot. Or maybe not. When in doubt, follow the NPCs. I'm just gonna stand where they're standing. Oh, I died! Oh! Alright, Amdusius. I'm not gonna follow Sphene this time, I'm gonna follow Graha. Gonna start this all over again. Okay, here we go. Quite a few of these toxic things here. Yes, yes there are. Okay, Graha knows where to go.
Something special.
I needed to keep my Death's design up. Let it drop. This is kind of cool. Like, they got little fountains over here. And little pavilions. Wow. Look at this, like, little carvings of, like, roses on the pillars here. This is really cool. All this little detailing. Like, you go through this, like, how many minutes? Maybe, I don't know, half an hour maybe? And they put that much detail in something you might see once a week, depending. It's like even the tents are like embroidered on top. I've never seen that, but on real tents, I don't know if you'd want to like poke holes in the top of your tent, honestly. Wait, there's like people here. No matter how many come, we fight hand in hand forevermore. Wait, let's go save them. Yeah. Front of boss bad, yes. I agree. It's like really cool. You get to appreciate all of the stuff they've done. You can see the rose theme throughout. Now, like, would it be cool to have a house that looks like this? Well, I don't... Oh, okay, Graha, just jump into the AoE. Sounds like a brilliant idea.
Hold still.
No holding back.
Thunderous heavens. Bridge Street. I want these for my house. These hydrangeas. We need some hydrangeas at the house. They look like ghostly versions of the Sin Eaters.
Hold still.
Thundergust Griffin. Wonder if it'll be like Valley Garmanda. Hang on, I'm gonna eat my food. All right, we're ready. Let's go. Oh, they do lines out of that. Oh. And you have to kind of predict where those are going to attack. I don't want to be anywhere near that. standing with the tank and tank buster is a good way to die if you're a DPS. Okay, we're gonna stand here. We're gonna get pushed back. Oh! Almost got to a safer spot. I was being too aggressive. Gotta respect the electricity there, man. And always stand where Graha stands. Stand right on top of Graha. He knows exactly where he's going. Okay, except during the tank buster. Wait! Good thing NPCs have, you know, some kind of immunity there. I hit Okay, I'm gonna stand right with Cryo.
Hold still.
Hey, maybe not stand on him. Oh. I looked out there. I'm gonna get that Perfectio off before it wore off. Alright, we made it that time. It's a new version of this. Wonder if I can look around here a little more. Ah, I didn't re-roll my 100. I could have gotten a sticker. We can't leave the arena area, sadly. But this is really, really nice looking. Has a very French feel to it too. Victorian, Baroque kind of mixture there. It's really cool looking. Good job, art guys. Really nice design. I like it.
And the perimeter is clear. Good work, everyone. And a big thank you to our helpers, whoever you are. Now, we have a tiny bit of clearing up ahead of us. You know what to do.
Our helpers, were we being watched?
Probably.
So, the city endures. And it is in much better shape than expected.
Impressive, considering the destruction without. The people here must have gone to great lengths to maintain all of this.
Their barrier resembles that of Alexandria, though it is smaller in scale. And not quite as effective, if the breach we witnessed is any indication. I fear such incidents may be common here.
Thunderous heavens! It's been years since we've had visitors. I am Miriel, the Mayor of Treno. Allow me to welcome you to our city. And Thank you for the assistance with our little monster problem just now.
Oh, you're welcome.
Might I ask your name, miss? Though I have an inkling I know it already.
But of course, I am Sphene of Alexandria.
As I thought. It truly beggars belief. I once heard the strangest of reports from one of ours who went to Alexandria, you see. That despite the intervening years, the Queen had not aged a day. And sure enough, I'd swear, you'd stepped out of an old oil portrait mere moments ago. Though you must forgive me if this takes some getting used to. It is an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I look forward to hearing the tale from your own lips.
Sphene looks like shocked. It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
I imagine it won't be an easy one to tell. But please. What happened to Alexandria?
I see. From your perspective, it must have looked as though we were wiped from the face of the star.
One day, we lost all contact with our people in Alexandria. Scouting party sent to investigate reported that not only the barrier, but Alexandria itself was gone. Nary a stone to mark where it had stood.
What you must have gone through, not knowing what became of us. But know that Alexandria yet survives, albeit in a distant land. Her and her people. I can tell you the whole tale from beginning to end, but first, might I ask your permission to remain in Treno for a time?
Of course you can. You and your companions have already done us a great service, and are more than welcome to enjoy our hospitality. Now, how about we continue this at Town Hall? We needn't keep standing in the middle of the street.
I shall join them. Even with the precautions we've taken, it remains to be seen if Sphene's condition will remain stable. I suspect, however, that the rest of you would rather be out and about. Consider this my blessing.
Thank you, Queen Y'shtola.
In light of our purpose here, the tour of the city is indeed in order.
I presume you have no objection? With your permission, then. But before we go, allow me to introduce myself as well. I am Kryl, and I hope to learn more of this city and its people. Would it offend if we were to ask a few questions? Perhaps as we work alongside you, aiding you in whatever ways you may require.
You needn't fret. Trenno folk are as friendly as they come. As for aid, if you're willing, you might speak with my grandson Lummel. That was his voice you heard earlier. You'll find him serving herbal remedies to the others.
Thank you for your guidance. We shall seek him out first.
I gotta turn my little heater on. It's like freezing in my room. Okay. To City Hall. That's nice. Pep. Town Hall is pretty impressive, isn't it? I bet you didn't guess that the mayor actually lives there. These days, Miriel also has us using it as an emergency shelter, but the history books say it was originally an auction house. I reckon that's why it's so fancy. Probably. Thunderous heavens, I needed that. I feel positively reborn. Still disgusting though. I guess some kind of medicine. Alright, what way can we go? I'm gonna go this way because there's a little pin there. Looks like a place we should look at. Bridge Street? These ones are coming along beautifully. Quamey? Are you enjoying the flowers? What we plant doesn't always bloom, but I think lifting everyone's spirit is more than worth the effort to find the seeds that do. Nevertheless, I'm relieved that they weren't trampled by the beasts. They took ages to get looking this healthy. I got pretty little poppies and more poppies, it looks like. Some little white flower, I don't know. Says, that must be Lummel. Heavens, I can smell the herbal aroma from here. Graha says, none of the locals we've passed appear terribly distressed. As fiends surmised, incursions must be a common occurrence. Why, if it isn't our new friends! Thanks again for making short work of our foes. If you've gone to the trouble of seeking me out, I can only assume it's for good reason. We want to learn more about the place. You want to help me? Odd, but I'll consider it. Before anything else, though. I must insist you drink our signature remedy, Sleepless Rhapsody. Everyone's a fan. You may find it the teensiest touch too sour for your taste, but I'll set you right. Just tip it down your throat. Drink the Sleepless Rhapsody under Lummel's watchful eye. Hang on, I want to see everybody's reactions. Just gonna click the button.
Well, what do you think? It's a traditional Malala recipe.
Shower. His face.
Got that right. Don't worry, the tingling means it's working.
I'm put in mind of the gelatin I had at the studium. Nutritious, they assured me.
I can relate all too well. It's not unlike the syrup Leader used to make. Black as pitch and sour as sin. Though, there's no better cure for fatigue.
You know, Raha, going to bed at a reasonable hour would be the best cure. Oh, that's... I do feel shockingly refreshed.
Perhaps it stimulates the body's ability to process ether and hastens regenerative functions.
Indeed, it does. It also counteracts some of the effects of excess lightning, and helps to calm the nerves besides.
It's a miracle.
Which is why you serve it whenever there's a breach in the barrier.
Our Malala ancestors came from the lushest of lands, so they developed all sorts of natural remedies. We strive to carry on their traditions. And I'm sure you see why. Really hits the spot, doesn't it? Now, welcome to Treno.
It's like Treno meth. What does Growl say? I see how drinking that would be unifying. And it is impressive. It's a very diplomatic choice of adjective there. Though it is impressive that they have maintained the tradition here so far from the Malala's native lands. Graha says, given its ability to counteract lightning's influence on the body, that remedy could be of use to the people of Alexandria as well. I'm certain Lummel would be more than happy to offer it to them. I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Well, I'm Lummel. That was me announcing our victory earlier, and since grandmother sent you to help with repairs, you'll know I'm her grandson. I'm in charge of resolving any problems the people of Treno may have. My favorite kinds of work include taste testing menu items, carrying medium-sized objects, searching for lost possessions of immense value. Oh, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Not small, not large, but medium-sized objects. Okay. What do I want here? You may now enter Mistwake with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of that feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. Okay. Around the city, Lummo's not yet ready to release you to the sweet meditations of manual labor. I didn't know manual labor had sweet meditations. Ah, yes, the repairs. Are you certain you want to be put to work? If you've come all the way out to visit us, you must have had more important things in mind, and you've already helped protect the city. Kyle says, actually, our goal was to ascertain the present state of the Mist Continent. The whole continent? Did you come from across the sea? Not exactly. We've actually come from Alexandria. Alexandria, are you quite sure? No, sorry. Of course you're sure. It would be rude of me to doubt you. It's not every day that we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. Crassus, I know that it must come as something of a shock. But this is our first time in Treno, and we should like to get to know the city and its people. That is why we propose lending a hand to those in need. Lummo says, I see. In that case, why don't you help distribute this remedy to the rest of our people? Ordinarily, everyone would have already come for a cup, but the fiends made quite a mess this time. Might be a while before some can step away from their work. Never fear, though, even if their hands are busy, they'll be more than happy to spare a few words for fascinating folks from afar. We would appreciate that. Thank you, Lummo. You're the ones doing me a favor, honestly. Here, take this batch. I'll deliver some to Town Hall so you can attend to areas you haven't seen yet. Warrior of Light, now a barista. Like Miali, Lummo seemed taken aback by mention of Alexandria. Perhaps they had friends or loved ones who disappeared along with it. If we split up, we can spend more time speaking with the locals while ensuring everyone receives the remedy promptly. Could you each take a portion? Rest assured that I can handle pouring liquid into a cup. Graha says, I too should be glad to dole out a few servings. Wonderful, let me divide this up. Tirius, why don't you make rounds of the southern part of the city? Raha and I shall tend to the north. Right, let's go and acquire some insights. Sleepless Rhapsody. Love a good kick to the tongue after a hard day. Osao. Oh, I don't know you. Hello. Please don't be offended, but this part of the street is off limits. Not only to you, of course. It's just that there's a lot of damage and it's dangerous for anyone to pass at the moment. In general, you should probably stay away from any of the streets that are in need of repair. Just a suggestion, but please do. I think I have to go back and come back up to him. Oh, muscles grow. Oh, rubble, bugger off. Okay. Dauntless labor. You must be one of the visitors Lummel mentioned. Odd place to be visiting, though. Why not? Sleepless Rhapsody, a grounding herbal remedy formulated to ameliorate the effects of lightning exposure, guaranteed to free weary townsfolk of their torpor. you came to deliver the remedy? Thank you kindly. I was hauling beast carcasses in for processing and copped a good dose of discharged energy for my troubles. Brought on the Levin sickness, something fierce. Still, we don't go hunting outside the barrier, so we don't want to waste any part of the creature that find their way in. Pelts that are highly charged with lightning ether are the most valuable, of course. Tan them with the right stuff, and you can turn them into protective clothing that keeps you from getting zapped. The beast you felled will all be put to good use. Thanks again. Oh, I like this little, look at a little flower pot. These look like a little pentas or 4 o'clocks. Little lantern left on there. Diligent inspector. There's a fresh face if ever I saw one. What's that in your hand? Some sleepless rhapsody for you. Oh, don't mind if I do. Safety inspections take priority, but the battle doesn't feel over until I've had a cup of sleepless rhapsody. I'm proud to say that I have some small part in preparing it, too. The herbs come from my very own growery. One of the greatest discoveries of our time is that seeds carried in by invading creatures can be cultivated into remarkable plants. Plants with the potential to mitigate the lightning's effects. And with as many hides as we have this time, not to mention stomachs, it's entirely possible we'll find new varieties of herbs among our harvest. We might be sent down this way eventually, but... Tama? Welcome, newcomer. This is our little pasture right here. We raise birds mostly. They give us a good supply of eggs and meat, but more importantly, their feathers make the softest pillows. Well, 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 you're looking fluffy again today. Every land has their version of chickens. You're that mighty monster slayer I saw earlier. It's an honor. Here, reflective fighter. Have some. And you've brought sleepless rhapsody. Bless you, I'm dead on my feet after that battle. We don't usually have that many beasts breaking through at once. Practice keeps one's skills sharp, though, so in a way I'm glad for it, and I learned a thing or two from watching you. Oh, I can hardly wait to get to work on my grimoire. I had a number of ideas for improved geometries. The thoughtful application of new learning is what keeps our ancestors' magic alive and flourishing. I like the city music. It's pretty. Nice little piano tune. Finished with your supply of remedy as well, have you? I expect the scent will linger on our clothing for days. Excuse me. Between the three of us, we ought to have covered every area aside from Lummel's. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. In the meantime, shall we discuss what we've learned?
Fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Spheen's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth. Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Treno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent, with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them. Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at a midway point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Treno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Treno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties. Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, a city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Is aught the matter, Lommel?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
Yes! That's it! Yes! I'm not doomed.
Is that a tracking device?
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
Exactly. It shouldn't show anything now, but I can switch it on like so. Say, how'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electrope engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
Almost trying to blunt the punishment.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please! I beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
Yeah. It's going, yeah. Let's save the poor guy. We don't want him to be killed by his sister. Cryle says, one wonders how fearsome this Ayani truly is. Graha says, if Treno's barrier is similar in design to Alexandria's, should we assume that Electrope technology is standard here as well? Lobster bisque. At the moment, Ayani should be waiting just past that park. Let's be off before anyone changes their mind. It's okay. We're gonna help prevent a murder, honest. Lummel is sweating rather profusely. Whenever we meet an engineer from some distant land, I can't help but wish to introduce them to our friends at the ironworks. Such a firestorm of questions there would be. I think the universe might implode. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's, not target me.
Ah, our visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lummel, what did you do?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker!
It's a reference to Scotty on Star Trek.
I beg your forgiveness! I'm on my knees and everything, see?
That was quite dramatic.
And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, We also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. Well, you'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down. Repairing that old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
Indeed, and it should be clear of hazards now. Aye, and took care of the beast in one fell swoop.
Just the one! Incredible!
So, the mine is safe for mining again? Hooray!
Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrope over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd have to go alone.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
Darn it, I'm a miracle worker, not an engineer. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Sometimes my FC says some of the funniest things. And, they're not safe for work. But I can't help but laugh, so I apologize. Kryl says they put one in mind of another pair of siblings. We know, don't they? It reminds us of Alfino and Alice. I entirely forgot to ask your names. Do forgive me. I'm Kryl, and this is Tirius. Accompanying Lummel is Grahatia, our own technology enthusiast. It's lovely to meet you. It feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I don't need the help. Kryl says, in the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labor is required to restore everything to working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I could handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up at the worst times, I swear. I can manage a bit of shuffling from one station to the other on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. With him off to the mines, though, someone else needs to take care of the lightning sprites. They're drawn to the discharged ether of slain creatures. I'd offer you the detector to make tracking them down easier, but seeing as Lummel has managed to break it yet again... I do have this, though. Toss some at a sprite, you can suppress its ability to sense ether nearby. That usually gets them wandering out of the city towards more fertile ground. So we needn't fight them? We find it safer not to. When threatened, they'll siphon energy from facilities we need to keep our medical services running or emit bursts that overload nearby citizens. Or, what'd she say? That overload nearby systems, not citizens. For the same reason, I recommend you stick to thoroughfares. That will allow you to spot them well in advance. I would hate for you to be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll want to split up again to cover more ground. Are you ready to go? Do you have anything else? I appreciate the help. I'll be here working on the detector while you're away. All right. We see no lightning sprites there. Wonder what we got in our inventory here. Synthetic desensitizer. A pinch of this powder is to a lightning sprite as a swift kick in the head is to anyone with a head, generally speaking. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning sprites. Lightning sprites. The time to test your tossing arm has arrived. While you're passing through, you should chuck a coin in that fountain over there. It's supposed to be good luck. Treno has quite a few coin-based superstitions. Comes with the territory of being a trading port, I guess. Come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if the fountain thing was started by merchants hoping for good luck with their sales. Okay, passage to Alexandria Crater here. This is pretty cool looking. Ayani, you're back. Were there many sprites? Just a handful on your route, then? Could be worse. Still, it's important to keep the city free of them. We're much obliged. Ayani seems concerned for Cryle. Cryle is taking a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she wouldn't know where to go for help. Would you check on her? She started off in the direction of City Hall, or Town Hall. Just in case. Though there are several diminutive folk about, none appears to be Cryle. Perhaps one of them spotted her passing through. Affable local? Looking a mite lost there, lad. Aught I can help with? Have you seen a woman in a yellow hood? I'm looking for a Malala friend of mine. It's a woman in a yellow hood. I presume you meet in Cryle. Had a grand old chat with her earlier. Not to mention she saved my hide. Can't believe I missed that lightning sprite till it was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. Bit awkward striking up a conversation after that, and it's been a while since I talked to anyone I haven't known my whole life. She's a kind lass, good at putting folks at ease like Miali. Quite enjoyed telling her about the city. When we were done chatting, she went off towards the canal. Had a touch of melancholy about her, though, and I wasn't sure why. Didn't think it was something I said, but I knew that if it was, saying more wouldn't help, so I let her go. I reckon she'd welcome the company of a good friend right now. Wonder what she learned. Oh, she looks kind of down, doesn't she?
Ah, were you looking for me? I only intended to sit down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. Will you lend me your ear?
Like we'd never not.
The source and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which one to call home. The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I've tried to ignore it. Remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever. When I first learned the truth of my past, I assumed it would have no bearing on my future. The Source was my home, and the students of Baldessian my purpose. But after meeting my parents, it struck me that to simply choose the Source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have. That is why I had to learn more of this place, and the me I could have been.
And now that you have,
I feel even less certain than before. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned to the Source? Is that who I am? Who I was meant to be? Or is this where I belong?
there's challenges everywhere. No matter where you go, so gotta go where your heart goes. But to be honest, she's not confined to one. You know, I probably would have suggested living in one place for a couple of years, see how you like it, and then decide what you want to do. Thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer now, whatever it may be. And when I find it, I hope you'll be there. But we've kept Ayani waiting long enough. Let's hurry back. Trifling though it was, I feel that the work we've done has helped me gain a better understanding of Treno. The countless small actions taken by myriad people every day and are what make a place what it is after all. I'm glad you're both safe and sound. Now we can relax until my brother does the same. With your friend escorting him, he can't get himself into too much trouble unless he tumbles down the stairs into town again, I suppose.
Reminds me, the structures near the barrier all seem to be designed for Malala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Oh yes. The center is the oldest part of Treno, built by the Hune and the Eldite before the Milala came.
So, Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Yet I have seen naught but Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the storm surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, they believed it would be safer. But Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household, and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Milala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
And he says, Grandmother used to tell us stories of the Milala homeland all the time, but it was the part where the ocean froze over that always fascinated me most. The vast open sea turned to ice? Imagine. Kryl is speculating as to the cause of your allies' delayed return. Kryl says, earlier you said that your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Raha. But how much trouble is that, precisely? One would think they ought to have returned by now. Cryo says, conversely, I hadn't expected to see the two of you again so soon. I take it Miali's curiosity is sated. Sphene says, for the moment. I gave her a brief account to the situation in Alexandria, as well as events involving the key. Y'shtola says, she was most interested in the latter. In fact, it seems she knew of the relic long before we did, and wishes to discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? I should love to go straight away, but we are awaiting Raha's return. As we speak, Miali herself is making her rounds through the city. We have time. Y'shtola says, I wasn't certain if we should divulge any information concerning the key, but Alexandria's present location is difficult to explain without mentioning it. Fortunately, it turned out for the best. Sphene says, I have a mind to re-establish diplomatic relations with Treno, but it goes without saying that there are logistical challenges given our respective locations. The least of these is that any travel would require passage through Tiral. To begin with, I shall have to consult with Gosan in the Vow of Resolve. Cryo says, if the Malala arrived in Treno immediately after fleeing the source, I can understand how its mayor might be privy to knowledge of the key, particularly when that mayor is a Malala herself. Ayani says, Alexandria, the kingdom past the mountains? The one that vanished? I'd wondered where your lot came from, but that wasn't my first guess, or my fifth for that matter.
We're back! The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have. Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelters. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters. The Doom train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters.
The Doom train? Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war? You know of it? I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Treno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time, and you'll be right in its path.
I have to try. For Treno.
Yane, no!
It seems my services are required once more.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of Electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you? Please?
While destroying the Doom Train would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head-on. That's madness.
Well, we're all a little mad here. Trust me, we can handle this. We have no other choice. Well, now I have to do it.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The Doom Train will have to pass through the depot to reach Treno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemy's, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counteroffensive. Is that your proposal?
It'd be better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Ayane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lomo.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
Stowe says, while it is not in our nature to stand idle at a time like this, we should first consider how best to apply our individual skills. If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it is Tirius, but we must also recognize the threat posed by its company of beasts. If its influence is so powerful that, even as it barrels ahead, enthralled creatures continue to follow it, then the train may well gather additional minions as it draws near. There's no telling how many will charge Treno's gate, so we have to prepare for the worst. Perhaps Yustola and I ought to remain on guard here. Yustola says, I'm inclined to agree. Tirius, will you remove the head of this metal serpent? While you remove the head of this metal serpent, we will attend to the defense of the city. Among other things, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. Alright. Looks like we got ourselves a trial ahead. Cargo operator. I really could have gone without a doomed train attack today. It's like saying I really could have done without bubonic plague today. God, it's like so much stuff in my inventory. It's not funny. Alright. Let's put that in my armory chest too to free up space. Oh, I didn't know I got that orchestrion roll. Nice. Sweet. Right, the place we're headed is the Bentini Depot. Although Trenel has its own railway station, our assailants from earlier left it in need of significant repairs. Thus we'll be taking a hover... Excuse me. Thus we'll be taking a hover cargo. My friend here has volunteered for the mission, and yes, I did explain the dangers. The cargo is equipped with a portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. I guarantee our safety during the ride. What happens once we get to Bentini? Well, that's your problem. It certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. Where we call home. Lummel is resolved to meet the Doom Train head-on, but would prefer to depart before he can think about it any longer. Ready? Then our fearless operator will help you aboard. We make for Bentini with all haste. Go on, climb aboard. I'll have us there in a flash. Do keep any limbs you're attached to and would like to remain attached to inside the vehicle. Keep arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times.
This is it. You'll be riding that flat car at the rear of the train. I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom Train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it'll plow right through us. Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Treno.
I got this, man. I fought gods before. Asking FC folks if they want to come along. Have to have 2 healers, 2 tanks, 4 DPS. Average item level of 745. Okay. Explorer mode unavailable. We got a party of 4, so we should get 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS, so we should actually get a fairly quick pop, I hope. Hell on rails. Oh my goodness.
Where it is now! I'm counting on you!
Ah. Turret crossing.
Good luck!
Oh my god, this fight is crazy. Unlimited Express.
Not again! Use the transport panels to get up there!
Use what panels to get up where? I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to be up there.
How many times are we going to do that?
as many times as it needs to. You are transported. To where? I don't know where we're supposed to be. Oh, ether. Oh, I see. You hear the scream in the middle, and it's coming closer. Oh, we probably shouldn't be on the train tracks.
What is it? You're still on board, right? Material! Arm?
Because why not? Yeah. Okay. It's the crazy fight, man. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die. Oh, it got me. Oh, that got me, little shits. Hit it harder, that's his answer. Ah! Windpipe. Whew. That's wild. This is a hilarious trial. I'm now in an instanced area.
Phew. No more adventures, thank you. That was enough bravery for a lifetime. But we did it! We stopped the Doom Train. Well, mostly you did. Before we can celebrate, though, we need to make sure Treno's secure. As I feared, stray beasts to the south. I've lost track of how many times I've asked you for help, but I need your help again.
All right. I need to take a break because I got to go feed the family because it's dinner time by us. And
we're doing the trees tonight too.
Oh, yeah, okay. And we are also decorating our Christmas tree, so I'm going to call it for tonight. We got to get to our cat joke. That was fun. We got to see the new dungeon and the new trial both.
I'm going to the store to get you a gift, Mom.
Okay. All right. Where did the first cat fly? This is our cat joke. Where did the first cat fly? Kitty Hawk. Yep, Kitty Hawk. All right. On that bad cat joke. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more. I might stream tonight, later, might not. Depends on if we get the tree done up or not, because I really want to see the rest of the MSQ. See the rest of the story. So we are going to leave it here for now. You have a great one, cats and kittens. MamaCat Gamer signing out.